Hello my beautiful fragrance family, Dustin here, Fragrance Fan. Go ahead and give me a solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews, that $40-ish and $100 range. Most of these are way less than that, and a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. The one I got for you today has been around since 1976. Not a new release whatsoever. Most of you have smelled this thing, whether you know it or not. And I've actually been waiting for it to pop up so I could just personally own it, review it, give it some wearings, and I'm talking about the classic, like I said, 1976 Halston's Z14. I've done a review on the 112. Totally butchered the name and stuff like that when I was doing it. It was almost a first impressions. I wasn't even familiar with this one. I was familiar with this one, but they're very similar. The color and shape and everything in this bottle totally fits that 1970s type vibe. Clicks into place. Okay, the atomizer lid, it'll fall off if you pick it up. It looks like you want to, like the way that it just feels like you can pick it up. Don't. Good chance it won't hold up. Atomizer is not bad at all. Decent atomizer. So this one here fits the category of a very masculine 70s fragrance. 70s, 80s, 90s. It was like Jovan Musk, Car Noir, those kind of things. This fits perfectly in there. Bitter, sour citrus, sharp green cypress, fresh spiciness, a little bit of basil. There's like, after about 5 minutes of all that heavy, sharp greenery and sour citrus, you start detecting a little bit more of the cinnamon and the cedar that's in there. There's also leather in the dry down. This thing is ultra masculine. There's a million notes in this thing, no different than most of the fragrances that came out in this time frame. But for as sharp as it is, for as loud as it is up top, it is not nearly as abrasive as it could be, especially for being like $12.99. Yeah, I wonder if the price tag's still on this thing. Oh, $14.99, my bad. For a 125 milliliter, it's not even 100 milliliter. So basically $12.99, right? Somewhere around there, if you're doing 100 milliliter. If you're not afraid of masculine fragrances, if you like stuff like Drakkar, if you like things like Preferred Stock, Jovan Musk, Canoe, you know, all those kind of heavy, masculine, green, loud type fragrances, and you haven't smelled this one will be right up your alley. It fits perfectly into that category. Like I said, it's sharp. It can be aggressive. In fact, it is quite aggressive, especially for the first like 20 minutes or so, or 30 minutes even. This thing projects decent, and it lasts for a long time. I personally get 7 to 8 hours with this thing. Projection is pretty far away. Definitely past like an arm's reach. Like I said, $14.99, and the quality is actually decent because you pick up on like that sparkle from the fresh spiciness. You pick up on some of the warmth from the warm spiciness. There's like an incense kind of thing going on in there, like frankincense, a little bit of like a frankincense thing that you detect here and there during the dry down. But mostly this thing is actually built around a lot of the way the opening smells, and that's that bitter citrus, loud, sharp, sour, cypress, and then the woods, you know, help the woods kind of backing everything up with a lot of that leather. And overall, personally, I give it a 7 out of 10 because the scent profile I think is great. I think it's a great smelling fragrance, 6 to 6.5 just on scent profile. The performance could almost bump this thing up to a 7.5. This thing is a classic. I think it is still super relevant today. It's not for the young crowd, but it is one of those fragrances that if you're 25 and under, you might like it. Just like Drakkar, for whatever reason, is a very mature smelling fragrance, but it's easily enjoyed by younger people. I've seen that before with that particular fragrance and with this one, Halston. So overall, it's more of a cooler weather fragrance as well. It's not going to be the best for like the high heat or anything like that. It's definitely business. It's confident. It's dressed up even. It's kind of like a cowboy scent almost. It's really for what it is, for the price, it's a heavy hitter for $14.99. I still personally think it's relevant today, having a lot of old school smell to it, but still relevant and easily could garnish compliments. I could easily see how this thing will garnish compliments, especially, you know, depending on the age bracket and stuff like that. There's going to be, more than likely, if this is your signature scent, you're going to pull in a little bit of attention. And for $14.99, if you like mature fragrances, if you're not afraid of something that's loud and bold a little bit, go ahead and roll the dice on that one. And yeah, I like it. Personally, I think it's a good smelling fragrance for what it is. And like I said, any other occasion other than the hottest of weather, like I wouldn't be playing basketball in this thing or something like that. Definitely not in the gym or anything like that. Not a close quarter type fragrance, but anything other than that. And if you're not sweating, I think this thing will work well for that. If you use it for a date, 1 or 2 sprays. No more than that, because it's loud. So that's my final thoughts on Halston's Z14. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.